You've seen her on the show, heard her on the show here before. She, of course, plays the lovely Laura Moore from Shoresy. Season 5 is now available in the U.S. on Hulu. Of course, it's been available on Crave now for a little bit of time. Welcome back to the program, Camille Sullivan.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for coming back on the show. Of course, season 5. Uh, it's funny. The last time we had you on, when we gave you last year, we gave you Geek Hard's Guest of the Year. We were talking about the Laura Moore Shoresy relationship, and you stated out something that was interesting at the time, saying that the relationship is a fragile thing. Like he could do a wrong thing, or something could go wrong, and it would all fall apart. And that's kind of tested here in this season with, what I like to call the threesome conundrum. So it's funny that you talked about that, and that it's like we get to see this kind of thing in action. And so for you, like, what is it like? Laura is basically, she knows the right answer here, but she just wants Shorzy to make it across the finish line. Is that basically what we're seeing here?
Yeah, I think so. Sorry, let me just close this window. I opened it for my cat and now it feels loud. Um, okay. Yeah, I think it's kind of like so they enter into this very fragile beginning relationship, and then immediately he brings up something stupid. And, but she doesn't want to come at him like you're an idiot. So she's like, let's just give him a little shot to figure this out on his own. And then we can see, where we're at, because she also isn't trying to trap him. So it's like, if he
Yeah.
wants something else, then, go do that thing. I want you to want what you want. And that's it. There's no games.
Yeah, it's a very adult, you know, uh, thought process on all sides, except for maybe Shorzy to a little bit extent, because that's as we say, we need to help them get across the finish line here a little bit. But yeah, and it's one of the things about the aspects of the relationship that I really like is that it is showing a more adult, thoughtful situation. It isn't just the, well, you cheated on me, or you did this, or you said that, and whatever, right? Like the melodrama that we sometimes see in other sitcoms and dramas. Again, this is one of those things that I've always loved about Shorzy, is that every time you think it's going to go a certain way because of previous expectations, you guys have diverted that and gone in different directions. Is that one of the things that continues to make you enjoy coming back to the show?
Oh yeah, very much so. It never like I never know where it's going to go, but I'm always happy with where it ends up. And I think you're right about the maturity of the decision making. It's like there's not jealousy's not really a factor in it. It's not really doesn't devolve into kind of like a, oh no, how dare you, or is she more attractive than I am, or blah blah blah, or any of those things. It's just kind of like, do we still want the same things here? Like,
Yeah,
we've
yeah.
had a lot of conversations, but are we still on the same page? So I really like how that's handled, and I really like how the relationship has evolved in this way that's very beautiful. And like, I don't know where it'll go from here, and no one does with their relationship, but there is a period of time that you don't often see on television where things are kind of just like, it's just good. For like a minute, it's just good. There's like your minor bumps and stuff, but overall, it's like two people finding the start of kind of something together, and I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. We got an email in from Jason R. who says, "Hey, to an alum of University of BC, love Shorzy."
Oh, that's nice. I did not actually graduate. I'm still holding out for the honorary degree.
Right.
Oh, you got to get that honorary
I'm this
degree.
close to a real one.
This was the first year that we finally get to see Laura's kid as well. Jaden
Yeah.
Kirkton played Ben. What was it like working with that young actor?
Oh, it was really exciting. He's really good, and he was really excited to be there. And, he was just a pleasure. And then it was kind of fun just to introduce that new element of like, now there's like this boy here. I mean, I don't know, it was fun. And how does that change the relationship? And how's Laura different when he's there versus when he's not there? And I think it's a nice element that adds another layer of depth to the relationship.
Yeah, it's also nice to see Shorzy kind of just like morph into this. Like I had a feeling that might be the case, because he's like, obviously the way that this particular season opens up, we have that great episode where he's going, and just talking up the young guy, and and doing the coaching thing, which made sense. But then I was like, oh, is he going to be like a cool, like, not dad, but like extra parental unit in this relationship, and do the
Extra
thing.
parental unit. Is he a robot? What the
Well,
heck?
I just when I was in high school, I had a friend. That's how he used to always refer to his parents, parental units, and then he eventually shortened it down to just the rent.
The rent.
The
That's
rent.
hilarious.
I'm like, okay, man, sure, but yeah, no, but because it's always difficult because we would say like be a stepdad or whatever, but obviously relationships are complex. It isn't just you come in and do that, and not every family works that way, and that's why I go with parental units. I don't know of a better term right now.
Okay.
I'm just saying, but I'm not
Yeah.
calling them rent. I'm not doing that.
That's fair. All right.
I
But-
think he did slip in there pretty easily. Like it seemed
Yeah.
like a kind of a natural place for him to be. And I mean, we haven't met whoever my son's father is yet, but I don't know. So far, he seems like a douchebag. So
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, well, like if you're not like Laura is the coolest person on the planet. If you're not around, like
What did you do, right?
Yeah,
did you
exactly.
fuck up? That's
This-
Yeah, exactly. It's like you fucked up, go away. That's basically
like all of my friends, when anytime I say anything about my wife, they're just like, don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
Don't fuck it up. Because
Yeah.
they're all friends with her too. And they're just like, nah, man, no,
Yeah.
you just,
Yeah.
you can't mess. And I'm like, you're right. I'm not saying that, you just have those moments, we all do. And, you're just kind of like, whatever. Right. But it's like, yeah, Laura is fantastic. And the fact that through 5 seasons, she's put up with all of Shoresy's shenanigans,
Yeah.
It's
Well, I
like-
think that's solid advice from your friends. And, and also, I think the way I like to think about Laura is she's somebody who, like, unless you actually cross one of her boundaries, which she has strong boundaries, then she's kind of delighted by everything. So
Right.
it's like, even when he's being sort of ridiculous, it's sort of delightful. And as long as the intention is good, then it's like, it's just, it's not boring and it's fun. And I think that's what she likes about it.
Yeah, it's
No,
like
no,
the marathon that he ran in season 4,
Yeah.
right? That scene when he's and he's and I'm like, that dude is doing a lot there.
Yeah, he's doing the work, as they say. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
my
and
God.
your expression at that moment too is just like, it's just perfect, because it's just like you just said, she finds joy in in the ridiculousness of this show of of his affection and love for her.
Yeah, it's hard not to be charmed by it. It really is.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
Now, with your role on the show, usually, you go out there for a week, you shoot your scenes. In season 2, they were pretty much all in a doorway. In season 3, they were pretty much all on a bleacher. Then season 4, we got to see you go out amongst the world. But this season, it's like they put you back in one room, but at least it's cozy. You get to sit on a bed.
Yeah, I was in the home
Yes.
for this one, pretty much exclusively. Yeah, again, we shot it fast, and just like mostly the same rooms, easy peasy. It was like going through this entire relationship process so quickly and so fast. You can't even believe, I'm flying back to Vancouver, and I'm like, can't believe that's done. I feel like you lived a whole life in it,
Yeah, pretty much, man. So like that's the thing though. It's like, cause you're always working, and the show's got a pretty big fan base, and it's been going out for a number of seasons. But for you, it's like just a week at a time within like 52 weeks. So it's always interesting to see the longevity that this character has, even though you only work for a very short amount of time with it.
Yeah, and I'm really like, I didn't realize, because it's always fun for me. Like, I love doing the scenes. It's a riot, working opposite Jared is fabulous. But then I'm really genuinely surprised by all the affection that comes my way when I'm out on the street and people recognize me from Shoresy. It's like what I feel like just these tiny, like a few days work. And people have so much love for it, like so much genuine affection. It's very sweet. I find it really touching.
Don't you even have people coming up to you going, don't you ever just look at somebody and want to say,
Oh,
oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He will do the lines just like standing beside me. It's not even really to me. It's kind of just like, like here. And I love it. I find it like so much fun. I can't believe that people have responded to the character, the relationship the way they have. Like, it's pretty special.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
guessing it's a better experience than say like 15 years ago when some guy sent a marriage proposal to your website.
I used to get when I started out, I did a show called Intelligence, and I played this like insane woman who's pretty coked out, and I would get people come up to me in the street and be like, "My girlfriend was exactly like you." It's like, that's good. Terrifying, you mean?
yeah, that would be that's one of the things about you know, being an actor like you are, you know, in the industry, because like I always find a bit interesting hearing you guys talk about it, because on one hand you have all these amazing, you know, fun interactions with people, and you can tell that they really love whatever role it was or moment or whatever it is, and it touched them in some way. But then you get these like weird situations, like, you know, maybe you play a character that everybody hates, and then they yell at you or whatever, right? Like,
Yeah.
how, for you, like when these situations are happening, like, do you just kind of try to keep rolling with the punches and, you know, and just and go with it, or like, or have you ever been like really affected by it?
No, no, it's been overwhelmingly positive. Even when people don't like the character, it's usually, if they're going to approach me, it's usually because they enjoy disliking the character.
Right.
So then I don't think I've ever had a situation related to work that's been scary out on the street. It's always, it's anyone who's ever approached me, it's always been with love. It's always been great. I mean, I hope that won't change. Next, I'll get kidnapped, right?
I hope not. I hope
Okay.
not.
Jesus, we don't
Don't
need to
put
put
that
that out
out
there.
there. Do not put
No.
that out there. Oh my God. But of course, as you know, as I said, you're always working in stuff. And there's one particular film that every time we talked to you, we talked about it because it was always coming out. It was always eventually coming out. You it was a 3.5 year journey for it to get across the finish line. But this past October, Shelby Oaks was released by Neon in Canada and the States. And, you know, a lot of people were waiting for it. A lot of people got to see it. What was it like for you to finally like, okay, now it's out there and everybody that's been asking about it can finally see it?
I mean, it was great to finally have it out there, obviously. And like when we made it, like we didn't think, I don't think anybody thought that we would get the kind of release that we got, the kind of big rollout. So the waiting was torture, obviously, but then also worth it. Because when it did come out, it had such a great campaign from Neon, and it was like, people were really excited about, sorry, it's my cat. People were being really excited about seeing it. And, it was, yeah, it was wonderful, but so much time had passed. Like we went back to do reshoots, and when we'd gone back to do reshoots, everybody on the crew recognized me from Shoresy, which it hadn't even come out at the time that we shot it originally, or it had
Wow.
just come out. So it was like that much time had passed.
Oh my
But yeah, I'm
gosh.
so happy to have it out there. I think it turned out fantastic, and I'm really thrilled about it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I remember last year as people were discovering it and get, you know, and you see the stuff online on social media, people are getting like excited, and they're like, you know, they're, because obviously the horror community is very very adamant about the things that they love.
They've got opinions.
they
Yes.
they do, and but when they love the thing you're doing, you have the, like, I would almost argue the easiest ride in the world, because those people are ride or dies at that point.
Yeah.
They will defend you up and down. Do you like, is that one of those things where you're just kind of like, oh yeah, okay, now that we've got them, yes, okay, like we're good, this is solid, this is, you know, was that like a little bit of a relief when you started to see that positive response, you know, starting to flow out
Yeah,
for
I
it?
mean, yeah, it's always a relief. You always want people to like it. At the same time, you know, it's like I try not to focus too much, because you can get like, even with that one, I had so much overwhelming praise, specifically for my performance, and but the ones that stick in my head and like in the middle of the day is like the one negative thing one person on the internet said. You know
Right.
what I mean? It's like, why torture yourself? So I
Yeah,
try not
no,
to
totally.
read it.
Well,
No,
no,
that's good.
that's fair. That's fair. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I've heard you talk about the film, and of course, you got you said I did most of my own stunts because I wanted to do it all, but there was apparently something that they wouldn't let you do. What was it that they wouldn't let you do?
Oh, that's right. So near the ending, there's a part where I'm kind of thrown by powers and I get like thrown to the ground and I sort of skid on my back. That's the one thing they wouldn't let me do. So
Okay,
because they put you on like a harness and then they jolt you back and they said it feels like getting hit by a car. But I don't buy it. I think I could have done it.
you're a trooper. You could have done it, eh?
you just go, I was on Shoresy, but of course that was before Shoresy, so they didn't know.
They didn't realize how tough I was yet.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Next
Oh,
time though, then you just go, look, I was on Shoresy,
but
you weren't part of the team. I was on Shoresy though.
But I was still on it. So
yeah. Just but toughness by proxy.
There you go. Exactly. But the in the film you got to shoot in the prison where they shot Shawshank in, and of course it was much darker and everything set up. I heard you talk about there was one time that you were running into the darkness for a shot and you heard like a little voice.
yeah, so this was during the reshoots. So we went back to the prison, which was great. And yeah, they had me, I was just running like on a sort of a platform and I was the only one up there and they had a drone beside me. And so I was just running into the dark. And so I'd get there at the end, and as soon as it was pitch black, I'd stop running, I'd walk back, we'd go again. And then the one time I'm running, I just hear this voice go, no, 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 no. And I'm like, what? So anyway, we finished the shot, and then I'm walking back, I'm like, is somebody there? And a voice goes, it's just me. And like, that's not reassuring, because it's just me. It's not a name. It's not someone I know. So then I went and I asked around like a bunch of people who I thought it would be, like the stunt coordinator, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, no, nobody was there. And then eventually I found there was a PA there, making sure I didn't run into the wall. But it was for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. I was convinced that I'd really had an encounter.
Yeah, see, that would be me. I'd be like, I'm out. I'm out.
I loved it. I was looking for an encounter, and I was kind of disappointed that I didn't find one.
Exactly.
See, you are way braver than I am.
Well, you're the exact opposite of Green, because you like shooting at night and you love shooting in the woods. He's afraid of the woods, especially at night. So
it's not afraid. I have a very healthy respect for not putting myself in a place that I can get killed.
I think that's fair. It is dangerous at night.
See, even Camille knows that what I'm saying is
yes, but I'm saying she would at least go.
Hey, I'm not saying anything about myself. I admit that Camille is a braver soul than I am. That I'm just going with.
Okay, here's the thing. She's a braver soul, but even she is not, impenetrable. Like there was one scene that you guys shot during this film that gave you nightmares for a week, right?
Actually, I think it was the location, because it was like we shot there for the first week, and yeah, every night I had nightmares every night, all night, which is weird. And like I have a lot of dreams, but that was weird. So I don't know. I looked it up later to try to find, and it's just like I couldn't find anything weird about it, but something was off in that house.
Oh
See,
my gosh.
again, no, that's like when you first said about you heard that voice, obviously great. It turned out to be a PA and fine, but just no, and here's the thing: as much as I'm saying all of this, Camille, I love horror movies, right? I love them, right?
Yeah, he likes them sitting in his house or in a theater where it's safe. Yeah,
that's right. And there are certain films that you have to watch by the light of day. That's you just need that. I totally endorse that. And if anybody who's listening to this right now and you you think about that, you are not alone. I am with you. It is. We are team, whereas Camille will run right into it.
I run right toward danger.
Run towards danger. That's awesome. In my opinion, you keep running towards danger, Camille. Nothing bad's going to happen to you. You've survived this long.
It's going to be fine.
It's going to be fine.
Just become like a firefighter or something, channel that into, don't run into a burning building. I'm cool. Like everybody can do that.
I still just want her to make good movies. She doesn't need to go have a whole new profession, bud. It's all right.
This whole conversation has really changed my life. I'm going to get that degree now. I'm going to become a firefighter. There's a lot.
There we go. Well, that's what we aim for. We aim to have a life-changing experience here on Geek Hard.
I appreciate it.
Oh my God. Well, of course, people can check out Shelby Oaks. It's available on digital and VOD. And of course, you can check out season 5 of Shoresy. All 6 episodes are available on Crave in Canada and Hulu in the States. Camille, thank you so much for talking with us tonight. Always a delight. Always a pleasure.
Thank you. For me too.
All right. You have yourself a good one. And we look forward to your next project.
Yeah. Thanks so much.